you every day for a year.
You wrote me?
Yes. It wasn't over. It still isn't over.
Daryl's favorite movie. On Valentine's Day, of course, relationships often feel perfect, but we all know it's not always that easy. It's what happens during the year that counts.
That's right. And David Sachs knows that all too well. He's written books on the topic. You're married yourself as well. How long have you been married?
38 years.
38 years. So we're on Valentine's Day today. What do you think of Valentine's Day after 38 years?
I like Valentine's Day. I think it's great to have a day where you could just take time to think about how great it is to be in love.
I have to ask, David, lovers, I think sometimes we think of them in La La Land, you know? What is the most misunderstood concept, I think, for people that are in relationships? What would you say?
Well, today I think that people have the misconcept that they've got to have it all figured out. The one thing I know, that I've been married 38 years, I still don't know my wife. I'm just learning, because it's changing all the time.
So you have to keep at it?
You have to keep at it. The number one thing about romance is attachment. You're going to be attached to whatever you truly pay attention to, whatever you invest your life in, your energy in. And it's interesting how people will spend a lot of time in front of a computer game or that sort of thing. They're paying attention to that totally, and that's really what they're invested in. So it's interesting when you have a relationship, people say, what should I do? All you have to do is pay attention. Huh. If you pay attention to your beloved, something happens. Usually pay attention back.
So what are some of the tools that people should have, or things that people should do before they tie the knot so they're not rushing into these sort of things?
Well, I think you have to spend time actually talking and doing some things together, being able to really investigate what you believe in, what do you want in life. I think the thing that strikes people more often is that they're in love with the idea of being in love. Yeah. But they're not necessarily in love with the person that they're with. And so spending some time so that you can find out, this is a person I really like.
Well, that goes back to your comment, you really still don't know your wife. You're still finding out things as you go along, right?
You bet.
It's like dating them for life.
That's it. Except you don't have to try so hard. See, this is the great thing, is it's not like you have to try so hard to be lovable. If you trust that person and you have this mutual respect for each other, then loving becomes fun.
I gotta ask, today is the day of all romantic things. What are your tips in terms of romance? Should you do it up large and in charge, or what should you do?
Well, I think you have to know what your beloved likes and do that. That's one of the key things. I know my wife likes flowers. I bought flowers last night. They were on the table this morning.
Lindsay as well, and she got them.
Lindsay got them on demand.
And they were there, they were ready to go.
They were there and ready to go.
And what about, is it an expectation, like, does she get you something as well?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's just a part of the game we play about, being silly with each other. And being silly with each other is exactly a romantic thing.
Go back to being children.
You bet. I think that people ask me, what should I do to improve my relationship? The one thing I could tell them is slow down, take an extra minute, just an extra minute to be with your beloved, and smile. If you do those three things, I guarantee you something good's going to happen.
David, we appreciate you coming in today. We'll probably have you back on the show.
Oh, great. I'd love to come back and talk some more.